Mosher, you're on the air.
Lay it on us.
Hello. How are we today?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
I am fantastic as well.
Awesome.
So you have a work situation which you've failed.
Or you got the wrong number.
Wait, what is this? No, I do. So I guess I'll start the story by just saying I love sports. So at any time when I can work with any type of professional sport, I'm stoked. And so at one point, we landed a project which was with a MLS team.
Major League Soccer?
It was Major League Soccer. And they hit us up to shoot a commercial with 4 of their players. And one of those players being an absolute superstar, which is Thierry Henry.
Ooh, big name.
So, big name. This came across the desk. I work as an account director. I get to go out there, hang out with the client, hang out with Thierry and these other players.
Fun.
And we get to shoot a spot for him. How awesome is that?
Yeah, this is like
awesome.
the bougie part of the job, right?
Yeah,
You get to hang out with famous people and be their best friend.
Yeah, the part everybody thinks it's like 24/7, but it's like very rare.
It's actually not like that at all.
Yeah, this is what I tell my parents. Is what
There you go. So, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm stoked. We write the script, we get it all together. We have this small, scrappy team. And we're going to head, I have to fly there. We're going to head out on the weekend and go film this thing. So to kick this all off, I'm stoked the night before. I have to get up at 5 a.m. to fly out the next day. No biggie. We do that all the time.
Worth it, right?
Yep.
I mean, this is a big moment.
Didn't even go to sleep.
Totally worth it. And I set my alarm. I go to bed, ready to get up at 5 a.m. I naturally wake up the next day, and it's definitely 8 a.m.
Oh, God.
No.
What happened? How did you miss your alarm?
I pulled
the amateur shit of the PM versus AM alarm setting. PM, yep. God damn it, Apple. You think they'd make that a little harder.
Oh, I know. And you know, I think about this all the time. Like, how many times do like we all like double and triple check? Like, because it's like it's happened to everyone. Where you just like the wrong moment, you set the wrong time.
Yep. Or your phone goes dead. You're like, I swear it was plugged in.
Oh, so you're late.
So I missed my flight. I basically turned inside out. You know, I felt myself leaving my body.
Yep.
Because the shoot is that night.
Yep.
So I get another flight. You know, all is as well as it can be. But I'm basically going airport straight to stadium, and we're shooting this thing.
Oh.
So
the tension must be building with you because the rest of your team is like, where the hell is this guy?
It's the part where you're the person in the airport where somebody else, and you're like, what is that person like in such a hurry for? You know,
it's like, because he's late.
And then you're that person. You're like, screw everybody.
Yeah, and I'm the account director. I'm the responsible one, right?
Yep.
So I get there late. I meet up with the client who obviously has been there for hours at this point. And, you know, I have to do some work and give them a little razzle dazzle to calm back down and be cool with me, which happens, which is great.
Okay. Okay. Skills.
Dog in my phone.
Yeah. So he's calmed down. We're there ready for the shoot. And as an accounts person, you know, on a small, scrappy shoot, a lot of times you also play the role of a PA, which is also what I did. Mm-hmm. So the client informs me, hey, we need some help with the players while they're out there. We need you to basically be the sweat guy. So I got to run out there with a water bottle, spray them with sweat, and run back out.
Like fake sweat? Like so it looks like they're working hard?
Yes.
Yeah, so it looks like they're working hard. It was like night. We wanted that glistening glow.
We need you to run, get a sweat going, and then rub yourself on them.
Industry secrets right here. They're never actually sweating. It's a sweat guy. It's this guy. Yeah, walking out and spraying.
I'm your sweat guy. So I would love to be the sweat guy because then I can actually, you know, be close to players or say hi to them or whatever.
Yep.
And the client does tell me before I become sweat guy, with Thierry, don't talk to him and don't look at him in the face.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. And so I don't know if the guy just like hates everyone or if he's just like a celebrity that doesn't want us peasants speaking to him. You know, I don't know what's going on, but I definitely was a little nervous.
It's that's what you say about a rabid dog. Like, don't look that dog. You'll get rabies. Like, it'll bite
look
you.
In the face. It'll come after
not
you.
Like a human. Also, like, it's not like he's Michael Jordan or like, you know, like the Pope.
It's a soccer player.
Yeah. Which I guess is bigger globally, but you know.
Exactly. So Thierry gets out there. I am told, hey, it's time to go spray him with sweat. So I'm like, you bet. I throw a towel over my shoulder. I got a water bottle. I don't plan on looking at him in the face or saying anything really. I run out to him. He's standing there. I do say something. I say, hey, I'm going to spray a little sweat on you real quick. And he just said, okay. And I hold the water bottle up to his face and I squeeze the trigger. And it's at that terrible moment, I realized I didn't check if it was on spray or jet.
You didn't sweat spray him, you sweat jet him.
You just shot a pea stream in his face.
I jetted Thierry right between the eyes with a long, weird stream. And it came running down his face. And so my immediate reaction, I'm already scared. I'm supposed to be talking to this guy.
Right.
My immediate reaction is I pull the towel off my shoulder and I just start rubbing his face down like an idiot.
I'm just so interested in where this is going.
He's patting his face with a towel. Don't look him in the face. Meanwhile, he's rubbing his face.
So I'm patting his face, and I probably said the word sorry 20 times in 10 seconds while doing so.
Sorry. I'm just a sweat guy. I'm so sorry. I'm not an account director. I'm a sweat guy.
This is my full-time job.
And finally, at one point, like, you know, you're trying to, like, wipe down your dog's face when he gets in something. He, like, backs off and looks at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Bad dog. Bad Thierry. Bad Thierry.
He's like, what are you doing to me? Do you have to re-sweat him then because you wiped it all off, so you have to reapply the sweat?
I reapplied the sweat. I let him watch me. Still wouldn't look at him in the face. Turning the nozzle so he could see me switch it to stream. But he definitely flinched this time when I shot it.
It's so funny because you're not allowed to look him in the face the whole time. It's like a weird layer. Meanwhile, he's probably staring you right in the face.
You just like turn your head, like shooting.
It's like, where am I shooting it? I can't
shooting
look
the
at him.
stream straight up in the air. Oh my God. So did you ever speak with him, like, other than sorry and I'm going to spray sweat on you?
Nope. I just said my only words to him were, I'm going to spray sweat on your face and then sorry 20 times.
Sorry. What, like, okay, so did you check the water? Because I really thought you were going to say, like, I shot him with Clorox or something like that. Like, were you that, like, detailed? Because I know I've been in your position as well, and I know, like, I would just quadruple check everything.
Well, he was frazzled. He was coming late out of the plane. So
did you check it before?
I didn't do shit. I was frazzled from the flight. I just
great.
got there. I am now assigned sweat guy, and I was going to be the best sweat guy they ever had. I just jumped right in.
So good. That's so good.
How did the rest of the shoot go then? Was he like
cool
with you all? Or
he just wanted it to be over.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, and it actually got maybe a little worse.
Do tell.
You know, after I made this crucial error.
After you skied it in his face.
You know, after I skied it in his face, I did, you know, my light sweat guy jog off the field and went back to the client who was definitely staring into my soul. And I had to basically talk the client down yet again for the second time in probably about 2.5 hours.
Because of the stream or because of something else?
Well, I think it was the stream, but I think from his standpoint, he just saw me like messing with his face with a towel and wanted to know what the hell I was doing.
think what that looked like to him. It's just this guy suddenly just rubbing the towel over his star player's face.
Yeah, so I'm on the sides with him, and we're watching the rest of this shoot. And so our crew, we basically have me and the director are both from the same agency. And I wouldn't necessarily call the director an athlete.
Yes, I know exactly.
They never are.
Yeah.
They never are.
They say things like, throw me the old pigskin. And you're like, what?
So I'm standing there with the client, and we're watching from the sidelines as the rest of this is going on. So I have just gotten back from my huge mistake, calmed him down again over probably the next hour, and then we're watching the director working with Thierry one-on-one. And what they're doing is Thierry is kicking a ball into a goal, which is, pretty straightforward. And at one point, while we're standing there and we're watching, Thierry kicks the ball into the goal, and we see the director walk at him with the hand shaking motions and the head shaking motions of no.
Oh.
And he grabs the ball away from Thierry.
Oh, wow.
Sets it down, and then shows him how to kick the ball into the goal.
Oh, no.
God. Oh, my
God. An MLS
God.
star player, and the director's like, no, here's how you kick the ball.
That is like the most mansplaining thing I've ever heard. Oh, God. How'd that go over?
Yeah. And, well, with the director, I believe he was trying to say, here's what looks better on camera. With the client, I don't think I brought him back down from his anger on that one.
Yeah, you just don't do that, director.
You don't tell the professional athlete how to do their sport better.
Maybe chat a little bit about it, but you don't. Wow.
Oh man. So how does it all come together then? Is the video good?
That's like I was just thinking, that's like grabbing a mouse from a graphic designer.
Yeah, and be like, let me show you how to do
Let
this.
me show you. Yeah. See that? That's Comic Sans. You understand? More of that.
More
make
of
the
that.
logo
No,
bigger.
go.
Drag, make it bigger.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the video did turn out great. They used it, posted it. I think it was on social mostly. I don't remember if it was actually on television or not, but I know it was successful for them. I also know they didn't ask me to come back at any point to shoot another commercial. So take that as you will.
Oh, that is funny.
All right, so I gotta share with you guys my quick sports commercial.
Yeah.
I lived in New York City. I worked at an agency called BBDO. And so we'd always have these commercials going on. And I'm like 6'5". I played college football. I was much more muscular at that time. And every time is be like, oh, we need a doofy white guy to like get dunked on. I was like, all right, I guess that's me, and like everybody starts coming to me. So we were shooting a spot for, actually as a production company. It wasn't through BBDO. We were doing a thing. It's called Versus. I don't know if that channel's around anymore. It was a sports channel that was launching. And it reminded me because the director was like exactly what you're talking about. So we meet up and he's like, all right, let's see you break down in a stance. And I'm like, what? And he's like, like get in your football stance, like get low. And I was like, oh God, this guy, he's just this like chubby little white guy, right? And he's like, come on. He's like, get down. I was like, all right. And he's like, can you catch the old pigskin? And I was like, yeah, I can, and he's like doing this stuff. And it's honestly, I was like, here, let me just like do some up downs and do like 2 drills. It was like 2 minutes. And he's like, he was blown away. It was the stupidest drills ever, but he was like, you got the job, right? So I get there and I'm still kind of unsure of what it is. And I had shot commercials, been part of them. And there's actually a slew of commercials. I think I actually had to get my like little SAG card because I think I did something for you, Clint. That wasn't very athletic though. And so we get to the shoot. There's these 3 other guys, and I've never been around like part of the actors. One of them was like, oh, I was just in this movie, blah, blah, blah. And they're just dicks.
Yeah.
They're the worst, right? And we're shooting this little cheap commercial. And so this guy's like, okay, so this is about the Midwest, and what we want you to do is we're going to have these guys run by a cornfield, and you come running out of the cornfield, and they're going to catch a ball and you hit them. And I was like, I'm going to kill these guys. He's like, no. Like, you don't understand. Like, you know, like, and I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about. They're lobbing little 20-yard passes to these guys who are not athletes. None of them had ever played football.
Or been hit, yeah.
They didn't know how to, I was sat there, helped everybody put on their equipment. Like, that's how bad it was, right? And I got as long of a run in a cornfield directly at these guys, right? First guy, I kind of hit him, and they're like, okay, good. And the director's like, I really need you to come after these guys, right? I was like, okay. And I hit the next guy more, and then I kind of looked at him. I go, can I get like a 40-yard sprint at these guys? He goes, yeah, you can do whatever you want. And I was like, all right, can I like take off these leg pads, and can I wear these other shoes? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay. So they do this. I go full bore. I've never heard myself tackle somebody with no sound. I've always had like a call audience or screaming or whatever. It was the grossest sound I've ever heard. This poor guy goes to catch it, and I just hear this, like, I didn't even know it was me. I just hear this. And I hit this guy, and I hit him so hard that we go into the next cornfield, and they measured, and it was like 8 feet that he was on the ground. We mowed down this whole corn. We had to change the location because I hit him so hard. The other guys, they're like, all right, your turn. The other guys just literally go, no, we're not doing that. And I was like, yeah, it's not safe. This guy pops up. He's like halfway there. He goes, I'm fine. And I was like, bro, you're not. Like,
but he's got at least.
Yeah, and he's like,
show.
You could tell he's not. I'm like, I think I gave him a concussion because he is clearly not thinking. So they give him like 30 seconds, and we move the thing, and we go to shoot it again. And now I'm mad because my football head snapped in, and it was like, I hit this guy as hard as I could, and he still got up. I was like, oh, I hit this guy so hard. There's an old saying in football where, like, you know, oh, you're looking through your ear hole because you got hit so hard. This dude got hit so hard that literally his helmet turned sideways, and he was trying to crank it back. And I was like, go up, don't twist it. He's like, what? I was like, push up, don't twist it. He gets done, and literally the director and all the crew got uncomfortable. They're like, yeah, we're done. Like, we got what we need. Yeah, and the commercial went up, and they picked one of the non-brutal hits of everything. But nobody except for me had any experience with football on that shoot, so I feel you.
That is funny. So I'm curious, since then, have you had other celebrity or athlete interactions yourself, or was that a one-time deal for you?
I have had other celebrity interactions, mostly athletes. It is a coin flip on who is a regular human being and who is more like what I assume Thierry is, but I don't even actually know the answer to that.
What's your attitude towards? Do you try to play it cool? Like, I'm with athletes all the time. You're no big deal. Or are you like fan sweat boy?
do you
I totally. Yeah, I try, but you know, I totally try to play it cool. You know, I think we worked as a football player not too long ago, and I caught myself on the chutes, like right when I got there, picking up a football and just kind of like tossing it back and forth to myself like I belong.
Yes, that's a dead giveaway.
I'm here for a reason.
Were you doing the underhand, like spin it up in the air and catch it?
Exactly. Oh, yeah. And I caught myself, and I was like,
yeah.
I remember being self-aware, but being like, okay, keep it going.
I'm cool. Yep. I'm cool. I'm a player.
Well, if you do it, the only acceptable thing, at least back when I played sports, was you got to spin it on your palm or on your finger. Or if you can bounce a football flat and it comes straight up, that's cool. But throwing it to yourself, no.
Oh, that's
great though.
I might need to start practicing those in my yard at some point.
Spinning on the palm, man. It's easy.
Put that on the resume. That's like it's like I'm cool with athletes. Yeah. You know, I know how to like
bounce a football flat. Yeah. You're a badass. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for the call. This was funny.
This was great. I'm gonna have to look up the soccer player now. Or football player.
I appreciate it. Hopefully. Appreciate it. Hopefully this memory will stop keeping me up at night every time I close my eyes.
It was therapy. This was therapy for you.
Put it out in the world.
Well, whatever you do, don't
Yeah,
think
very
about
much so.
shooting an awkward stream in Terry's face, and you'll be fine.
I try not to.
Thanks, man. We
right,
appreciate the call.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.